Does look nice this now, mind. Look good without front veg plate.
I love them without them, yeah, they look better, don't they?
Just a quick interruption, fellas. I just want to say a huge thanks to Hampson Auctions for sponsoring my channel and helping me bring you videos. Hampson Auctions are a UK based company and they auction like cool cars, like genuinely cool cars, like cars I'm sure you will be interested in if you're watching this video. I'll leave a link to their social media below, check it out. Also, I must apologise because I don't know what happened. I don't know if my microphone was turned off or whatever in this video, so you don't hear me talking as much. I've tried to edit my talking out because I just sound a bit funny, but I'll sort it out for the next one. Cheers. Let's get back to Paul. Hi fellas, welcome back. Came down Paul's to see Richard's car, which has just been finished. Paul, has it?
It has, yeah, finished it last week.
What was the finishing touches?
Yeah, just silly things like putting the final pinstripe on, because we put a pinstripe on the full car, you know, rather than having a new one on one side and half of an old one, so we put a full new pinstripe on, then just give it a final clean and polish.
It's perfect, absolutely perfect.
Really pleased with how it's come out.
Pan gaps and everything are perfect, aren't they?
Well, they have to be, don't they?
That's it, like. Has Richard seen it yet?
No, he hasn't. No, I sent him a video of it, you know, a little walk around video so he could see it and some photographs, and he's absolutely made up with it.
I bet. Has all the wheels been refurbished?
Yeah, we did the whole lot.
Done 4 wheels?
Yeah, all 4 wheels, 2 brand new tyres on the front. The tyres, to be honest, weren't damaged during the accident.
They weren't?
No, it was just obviously when it got knocked at front, it bent the bracket for the bumper right back.
Right.
So when they were moving it on and off transporters, the tyre was rubbing on that. You can hear it as when you remember the first video when you pulled it out of a trailer, you can hear something rubbing. It was the tyre rubbing on the bracket, and it just put a little bit of a mark in tyre. So we thought, do you know what, on a car like this you can't be scrimping. No. So we put a pair of tyres so that they matched on the front.
That's it for 200 quid or something.
Exactly. One of the wheels had a very, very tiny mark on. So we refurbished all 4, because again, you can't give somebody a car back with 1 wheel refurbished and 3 not.
They wouldn't even match though, would they?
Exactly. So we did all 4. Yeah, we're really, really pleased with how it's come out. Well, we knew it would, but you know, we're very, very pleased with it. Like you said, the gaps are perfect.
Looks amazing. You machine polished the full car as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did the whole lot.
Like the bits you painted?
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, it was nice anyway. Richard had looked after the car. But obviously when you've got brand new fresh, especially black, brand new black paint really, really sort of pops, doesn't it? And the other side just looked a bit, you know, it looked nice, but it looked a bit
shiny.
Yeah, so we machine polished the full car. I'll show you under bonnet.
Boy, look at that, an uncracked 3-door dashboard.
Yeah, it's mint, isn't it? Yeah, he's looked after the car. To say it's not mega low mileage, what is it? 60,000.
60,000 miles. Yeah. There's you under from you.
Yeah, he's had it from brand new. There you can see there, obviously brand new headlights. We replace all the old rusty bolts and that with brand new. You can't put old rusty bolts back on, so we do that. All brand new stickers.
Makes a difference, doesn't it? Just little bits like that.
Yeah, just attention to detail, you know, and you know, I just can't bear to see people putting cars back together with all rusty bolts. And, but you can see the level we've gone to. All original spot welds, so everything's spot welded back together exactly as it is from Ford. All the seal has been done exactly as it is from Ford. There's a bit of polish on there, look.
So is that, you've done that seal?
We do.
Original?
No, because it had a new bonnet landing panel on, so we've done both sides to match. But you can see the spot welds match perfectly both sides. All the gaps are absolutely perfect. The bumper fits absolutely perfect. Because not a lot of people realise, do they, on 3 doors and 500s they do have
big gap. Quite
a big gap there, but that's exactly as it should be, but it's perfectly even all the way around. New grille, obviously all the brand new rubber seals, brand new headlights, all brand new indicators and grills, brand new bumper and splitter.
That's amazing.
You know,
It's going to be over the moon, isn't it?
I hope so, mate. Yeah, I'm absolutely sure he will. You know, even that, we've put the proper heat-proof sound matting back on, which only the 500 had that.
Not the 3-door?
No, only the 500 that was fitted on, because obviously the bigger turbo generated more heat, so they put that sound matting, so we've done that on the new bonnet. Obviously a new airbox, because that was all smashed. Obviously that's a second-hand item because you can't get them brand new anymore, but got in perfect condition, second-hand one that we had. Put the new hose on because the new...
This hose?
That one, the original 500 one.
Right.
When that knocked back, it had gone into alternator, and with its spinning fan had cut through a hose, so we put another hose on. Yeah, we're really pleased with it. It looks fantastic. Amazing. You know, it's just attention to detail that most people don't bother with. You know, the bumper look lines up absolutely perfect with the wheel arch, the gaps perfectly even.
What was the damage at the back again?
It was damaged on this rear corner here. The original bumper, if you remember, the bumper was scuffed. So
was it just?
It was top there, a bit there and a bit down there, but it was only scuffed, so we've done that. But we put a brand new bumper insert in, because what we won't do is mask them up. You know, see a lot of people mask them inserts up. It just looks. Oh, honestly, we see cars, you see it all the time, don't you? People, I've got my car in for paint, and they show you pictures, and you see people masking lights and that up, and you think, for 2 minutes to take a light out, you can't do it. So we put new bumper inserts in the back, same in the front. It was a brand new front bumper, but we took the inserts out because the bumpers come with the inserts in.
All right.
But the bumper, even though it was brand new, they have storage marks on them. Plus we wanted it a perfect match, so we repainted the brand new front bumper, but we took the inserts out and put brand new inserts in it.
Is it just double-sided tape?
Yeah, that's it. All these are brand new. The rubbing strips. Just again, attention to detail to make it perfect. And when we've obviously painted that back quarter and the wing, because that was new, but we didn't want to leave the door, so it's obviously been painted fully down the side. All the door handles came out, locks came out, all the trims came out. We don't mask anything up. You know, you've got to do it properly. You wouldn't know, would you?
No, it's a beautiful car. It really is.
Obviously all inside there has been repainted.
All the door check?
Yeah, all the side skirts been repainted again, because the front wheel arch back was painted and the back one was painted, so we painted the side skirt as well, so again everything matches perfectly. We've even painted mirror backs.
Have you?
Yeah, just so again all the paint matches perfectly. I know the colour wasn't an issue, but again we just wanted it all
bang on.
Perfect.
Do you know what power it's running? Do you know what power? Has Richard ever said what?
No, never asked.
It's not standard, is it? We don't think.
Don't think so.
No.
He's got, well, he's actually he's taken the original big T4 turbo off it, because you know the T4 suffers really from lag. So he's put a T34 on it. It's got green injectors in it, so it'll be about 350 horsepower, something like that.
Plenty enough for a road.
Yeah.
For the road, isn't it? Oh, it looks amazing, Paul. Looks amazing.
Hopefully it'll, there's still, as we spoke earlier, been one or two people still criticise, but we think the car looks perfect.
I do.
It looks, you know, as good as it did when it was brand new. The paint job that Dibbs has done at Cartech is perfect. It's exactly as we like them, because most paint shops now, they go for this mirror glass finish. But they weren't like that from new. No. These cars painted in the 80s had just a very small amount of orange peel in them. And Dibbsy, who paints them for us, that's an off the gun finish. It's been like the rest of the car's been polished just to shine it, but it's not been flat and polished. That's off the gun. So it looks, it's got that tiny little bit of orange peel in that they had from new, so it looks original. If you look at this side and then look at that door and that back quarter at the other side that's original paint, the paint finish is exactly the same. Absolutely, it matches perfectly. One thing that people think about, you know, they look for masking paint edges and that to see if a car's been painted. You can tell straight away nowadays, because you look at one side and it's got that tiny bit of peeling. You look at the other side, it's like glass. Flat. So you know it's been painted. As this, when you look at both sides, they're a perfect match. You know, the roof matches the bonnet, because again, your flat panels always are slightly a different finish to the side panels, because they tend to flow out a little bit better on a flat panel. You know, you can put a fair bit of paint on. That front splitter, that's brand new, genuine Ford. Them now anywhere between 1,500 and 2,000 quid just for that plastic splitter. you know, indicators. They're a pair of brand new indicators. You see them on eBay, £500 to £600.
Are they?
That's what they fetch for a pair of brand new indicators. It's absolutely mental, really.
That's the thing. It spoils the cars for me because I don't dare leave mine anywhere. Because mine's got the genuine 500 kit on.
Yeah.
And people held on that well.
Well, to be honest, you know, I mean, we all know an old Ford, you could break into it with a broken plastic spoon, couldn't you, if you wanted to? Pop bonnet, you know, you undo them 4 screws there, grill slides out, 2 13mm bolts down there, 2 push turn clips, and boom, bumpers off and gone.
Might not tell people that.
So that's the thing, that, you know, people, oh, it's stupid how people don't use them and all that, but
when it's different if you own it though, isn't it? I mean, it's alright people seeing that online, but when you own the car,
I mean, like Richard and you know, Richard uses his, you use yours, but you wouldn't leave it in Asda car park for a couple of hours, would you, while you went shopping or out like that?
No. That's it, fellas. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to Paul as well for letting us document this and show you kind of the process of what Paul goes through to restore these cars.
No, you're welcome. I'm glad it has, really, because for one, there was a lot of negativity about the car, as we both know. Saw it on the internet. You know, it'll never be the same. It'll never be blah blah blah. Well, I think we've proved that it's been repaired to the best. As good as brand new. Everything's been done back to factory. So it won't show on HPI because the car hasn't been a write-off, so it hasn't affected it in any way. And I'd just like to thank a few people if I can, because obviously it isn't just me that's done this car. There's Dibsy from Car Tech at Pickering. He did the paintwork and that for us, and he's done a fantastic job, so we're really thankful for him for that. People who supplied parts, like my friend Gary, who was a big RS500 collector of cars and parts, and he kindly gave up a couple of parts that I didn't have, genuine Ford brand new items that most people don't like to part with, but he was happy to let us have the parts to help put this car back right. Nice. So, you know, we're thankful for them people alone. And then there's Adam, who brought the car up to us, transported it up, and I think Adam's going to come and collect it and take it back for us, because obviously we don't want to drive it now, looking as nice as this in this weather. So yeah, thanks to all them, and thanks for you, Adam, for documenting the car's story, if you will, and putting it
right. Thanks for letting us come and do it, Paul.
No, it's a pleasure. I think it was more justified with this car for the comments people gave it about it'll never be the same, and you know, the car will always be written off, and one. We've proved it hasn't. We've proved it has been repaired to a perfect standard, and I don't think, you know, we could have done that without the videos and showing people what we've done.
Well, like we said, it was never really structural damage, was it? It was just like cosmetic parts, like bolt-on parts.
Exactly, yeah, panel damage, and it wasn't bad at all. It was quite, you know, minor damage in one respect, but you know, but still quite a bit of damage. But it's just the negativity surrounded it, didn't it? You know, when something gets on the internet and these days. I
think it's human nature. People jump on the negativity, don't they? It's a shame, but
yeah, that's life, as we say. But I think, you know, for Richard's sake and for the car's sake, you know, we've proved that it isn't as gloomy as what everybody says it is, and the car's been, you know, put back to how it should be. So
perfect. I certainly can't fault it.
No, good.
But my trained eye. But thanks for having us down, Paul.
No, you're welcome.
I'll leave a link to Paul's social media below. Got 2 Facebook pages, Paul.
Yeah, as usual, I mentioned it. There's the RS500 owners page, which is obviously a page open to everybody who just either owns the cars or just likes the cars. Come and join that page and you'll see all about them. And then there's my own page, which is Paul Linfoot Racing, which there's obviously a lot of road cars on there, but that's mainly the race car side of things.
Thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.